You said you want it to change. I say it's a good idea for you to change that. And then our actions don't line up with it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Daily Quote. Today it is episode 5, and the quote is from Emerson. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. Timeless wisdom for timely transformation. Daily quote number 5. Here we go. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. This is a powerful one, right? Like, we see our actions are louder than words, right? Walk your talk or don't, and then but yeah, I think this one is amazing in the sense of, as more of like a self-audit, like what am I doing with my life, and how much of it is in alignment with what I say I want for my life. And there's a lot of good stuff there, right? Like if we really examine how we spend our day or days, and how many of those choices, actions, routines, habits are in alignment with who we want to become, or who we even feel we actually are, like who we authentically are. You know, the people we're spending time with, the job we have, what we're eating, the way we're talking to people, the way we're talking to ourselves, the way we're taking care of ourselves. Are these things in alignment? What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. Like someone saying, oh, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and tomorrow, or whatever it might be, right? Like we're all guilty of it. Part of the journey, I think, is like speaking what you want to do, and then there's the learning journey. But I think there are areas where we get really stuck. And I know for myself, there's like money is not something I was good at, and I'm still learning for sure. But it's like my action, I would say, like I learned a lot about money. I did a lot of research once I started having kids, like, oh, I got to figure this out. But my actions didn't catch up for a while. And so I would be saying all this stuff about saving and investing and this plan, but then I would go and spend like $50 for a lunch. Like I just like treat myself when that's not what my budget really allowed. You know, like I was living like I was single still, and I could just like get by because it was just me. And so my wife would get on me and be like, what are you doing? You know, I'd be like, well, I know. And, you know, we have these blind spots, or these like really unconscious areas that like are hard to change. You know, and I think that's what it's mostly, I think that's my takeaway from this, is what you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. When you have that first level awareness, I know I need to change this thing about myself. I know I need to do this differently, but it's such a deep rooted pattern or habit that it's so fucking hard to change it, right? So like you're supposed to say it's been communicated with someone, right? Even if it's just yourself, but typically like a friend or a partner or somebody. So there's a knowing of like, we know either between yourself or someone else, this thing needs to change. You said you want it to change. I say it's a good idea for you to change that. And then our actions don't line up with it. So yeah, so how's it show up for you? How do you feel like you're in alignment? And again, find this balance of like, it's not about being perfect, but it's also about holding ourselves accountable in a healthy way, in a like supportive, loving way of knowing that when we do make those certain choices that are out of congruence with who we are, who we want to be, like building that awareness of like, oh, that actually causes me pain, or like that takes me a step in the wrong direction. And again, finding that balance of compassion and accountability to build the right momentum. So let me know what it is for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.